In today's video, I'll be looking at your weirdest stories, and I think some of them will be a bit weird. Okay, so there's a fair share of few in the wildest stories category, and when I click on it, I'll just be reading through it. Some of them are like 5 paragraphs long. Let's click on it. Right, from Doobie Scoot Ganoog, which is Fufu Kaka. I'd put a date inside a peanut butter jar. You could have kept that to yourself, you know. New tunes. During my visit to Malaysia, I got to my hotel feeling fresh and comfortable on my bed. I had a huge urge to go to the bathroom to poop. As I got done doing my business, I sensed some red stains in the toilet. That's when I realised that I shat out red shit. I had alerted my parents about this, took me and straight to the doctor. That's why when I had a temporary condition whenever I poo, it's gonna stay a random colour for the next 2 months. Had to suffer through that pain each day, each night, each sleep, each week. So remember kids, eat your veggies. Lizard was just walking through the marsh, minding my own business, when I thought it would be a good idea to get a closer look at this swamp. Big mistake. The second I stepped closer, the muddy ground gave it way under my feet, and I started sliding straight toward the water. My heart was absolutely racing, and I was thinking, there was no way this is actually happening. Oh. Luckily, I managed to grab onto this chunky tree root on the last second and somehow stop myself from going face first into the swamp. I was scrambling all over the place, covered in mud, and trying not to lose my grip. After a few seconds, I pulled myself back onto solid ground. I just stood there for a minute, catching my breath. I learned that muddy ground is definitely not something to mess around with. And also had a dream about aliens. Okay, so all that for you to say, you also had a dream about aliens. Cherky. I was walking home from school and I saw someone getting stabbed, and he ran at me, so I ran across the field and made it to the road and jumped in some guy's van. Hopefully that guy's not a kidnapper. Next up, again, Lizard. I nearly got lost in London Heathrow Airport. I got CC badge and woke up at 3 AM when I was younger because I thought school was at 4, and for some reason I got told off like it's not my fault. Alright, Mr. Pringles. Once I was walking in the park near where I live. I got there, saw my friends and ran over to them. Then they just ran without engaging with me. Bet they saw me, so I asked them about it the next day and they just said cool. Shit friends they are. I wore Pampers when I was younger. I think everyone in the UK did. My friend ate a burger with a knife and fork at a sleepover IRL. I met Hansa. Dumb. Okay, Mick VRFS. I caught my friend gooning to femboys. Right. Lucky. So I heard screaming in a Home Depot. Then I heard, what's a Home Depot? Then I heard something fall and I went to the aisle that the noise came from, and it was my younger brother, my little brother, getting in trouble for building a fort in this little shell thing. Then he fell. I don't think it's that crazy. Okay, now we're moving on to YouTube comment post, where I posted a post to tell them to give me the weirdest stories. So here we are. Average. Hansa, you probably remember this one. Okay, so me and Hansa were thrustling across the grass until I accidentally fell on top of it. We looked into each other's eyes. I fell close to him, and that's how me and your mother met. You fucking Kevin GK. Once was playing a friendly and this person was on 30,000 ping. Jesus Christ. The game was so laggy. Every time you shoot it would go top bins even if you tried scoring an own goal. He was height glitching to the max and could touch the floor with his gloves. I scored 2 goals in goal off it. It was 12 minutes full time. Bro was from Saturn on NAP. Okay, Zenny. I was about 5, then I was sleeping over in my cousin's house and I couldn't get up on the toilet. So I took a shit in the sink and my cousin got the blame for it. Well, okay. Flyman. This is a long one, Jesus Christ. How I rejected my crush. One time back in P6, year 5 for you guys in England, we had this thing called Give It a Go Day, where we had a full day up at the high school. We had different subjects such as history, science, and also our last period PE. A teacher set up a mini course such as push-ups, jumping jacks, and other casual workouts suitable to do in the school uniform. I saw this old girl who back then I thought was cute. She had brown eyes and brown hair, brown straight hair, and most important, blue braces. Exactly remember what exercise I was doing, but I was trying to impress her. Year 5 at the time, I felt something in my back crack and I fell straight to the floor on my belly. We made eye contact immediately and she giggled She asked me whilst giggling, are you okay? I just nodded while smiling. I couldn't stop thinking about her for the rest of the day. 1 year later, we had this thing in year 6 called a Wear Yellow Walk, where all the primary schools in my council go to this massive park and walk 8 kilometers. It was a massive festival where there was a big crowd on the stage. On that stage was a famous Scottish singer who you might have heard of, Callum B.E. Nah. In year 6, I wasn't afraid of being embarrassed, and my friend told me this. Yo bro, there's this group of girls who keep coming up to us and ask if we date their friends. So I went to the troll, confront them until I found them. They asked the same thing and pointed to a girl. She had brown eyes, brown hair and blue braces. I didn't realise for a while until I was on the bus going back. I said to myself, I just rejected my crush. I screamed it at the top of my lungs. Then the bus crashed. The end. What do you mean the bus crashed? What do you mean? Welsh Jack. One day in VR, I was playing VR Fest and a guy joined my lobby with 600,000 ping. Then he got kicked out and banned. Short story, sorry. Alright, Jensen. How I saw something I could never forget on my holiday in Skegness. On Wednesday last week, I went to a water park to cool down from the sun and also have fun. This doesn't get inappropriate until I saw a little kid walking down the street with literally, and I mean literally nothing on, and families letting little girls take the tops off is wild as well. As soon as I saw that, I was that stunned and confused. My mind left my body for one moment. Well, that's just fucking weird. Them stories were weird as fuck. Some of them were okay, some of them were weird, some of them were just wild as fuck. But if you want more like this, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay hazzling. I'm not Daz Games.